Welcome to Thousand Trails in Lynchburg, Virginia. We spent 1 week at this campground, and it seemed to be, very nice, very open, very beautiful geography of a campground. Probably one of the best we've stayed at so far. The amenities aren't necessarily the best and most up to date. However, that's not really why we were there. We were actually there really just to enjoy the peacefulness of the campground, and for the most part, every piece was just fine. If you look at the different spots, if they have a black trash bag on it, that just means that the electric is not functional and you choose a different spot. This campground did have putt-putt, lake, scenic views. The putt-putt, the clubs were actually located at the putt-putt area, but the balls you needed to purchase from the ranger station. The campground did have a playground, which was great for my son, and my son is 3, and he really enjoyed the tetherball and the slides. The tennis courts were, like I said before, kind of needing some attention, but that's not why we were there. We were there for the geography, and it was very quiet. The neighbors seemed to be very quiet. It wasn't like a party campground, so this was one of the most peaceful places we got to stay while we were here. This campground does have a pool. We stayed here in September of 2019, and the pool was still open. It also has a beach and a lake. And for the electrical amenities, all of them had at least 30 amp, which was fine for us. And we also have a 36-foot, including the tongue, travel trailer bumper pole. So it seemed to have plenty of spots for fifth wheels, RVs, travel trailers of just about any size. There wasn't really any issues. The rangers were always very friendly and eager to help. We also had the ability to wash our clothes while we were here, but if I was going to have one complaint, I would say it was definitely the laundry services. They only had 2 dryers and 1 washer, and one of the dryers was not functioning, so it seemed to have, somebody waiting there right behind you, or you were always waiting for somebody else, even during the slow season. As far as cell service, we have T-Mobile. T-Mobile was spotty throughout the campground, but we had plenty to utilize our computers and our TV. I do work from home, and I had more than enough internet signal at the different locations, including my trailer, where it wasn't an issue to have cell service. I also do have AT&T, and I didn't have any issues with AT&T, but I was not able to test Verizon because I did not have that at the time of service. All in all, this campground was a great experience. I would recommend it. If you have any questions or anything like that, feel free to leave them below, and I'll be happy to answer them as fast as possible. But overall, like I said, this was a great experience. I would come back here again, and honestly, I wish I would stayed longer than a week. We left to go to the Chesapeake Bay RV Resort shortly after, but we would have preferred to stay at the Lynchburg for a couple more weeks.